normally build Lincoln, so he'll be a little bit resistant to the debuff.
I mean, you usually don't build boots on a hero, but the attack speed is still very nice. And there it goes.
There we go. Good pick.
You space them out past the time dilations, which of course also has a very long cooldown to boot right now anyway. So
what are you thinking about this mid matchup? The Storm on the Mirana. Two heroes that we don't really see in the mid that much right now. Storm still a viable pick, but not the most common. Maybe gets a first blood solo kill on CC&C. Perfect time to be looking at that lane, and he will survive as he finishes off that range creep. So, okay, after the first blood, how you feeling about this mid lane there?
Well, how about top lane where PPD, the Ogre, using that HP pool, trying to regen his way to safety.
It's going to be a tough one.
Oh, the Ogre!
He's just barely still alive, but FY will bring him down. Chalice pops some stick charges, but he goes down to it's a 1-for-1 up here in the top lane.
I mean, they tipped the Ogre, though. They recognized, you know.
Bottom. They're going to kill Chalice again up top, but this rotation is what we're looking at. Zai looking for a stun setup. Does have that third point in the lightning.
Damn, these aggressive tips, man. 4th death for Chalice.
But CC&C set up by the ensnare. Arrow connects. And this is probably a dead Storm. No! Zai comes, breaks it up, turns it around the other way. It's a twofer. Somnus, FY down. CC&C still alive.
Oh, man. He said hello to Maybe at the start of the game. And now he's throwing out the tip, too.
Call me Maybe.
Clearly, they're best buds, I would tell.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, I know people were asking. We had a question for the panel. Where are the Ogre picks? Well, first off, Chalice, I think he might want to make this number 5. Maybe there'll be a turnaround for the 6th
number
death.
6, but he's silenced, and a nice follow-up stun from Zai. The Witch Doctor going to get caught inside of it as well. Ame does finish off that tier 1 tower up top. X-Nova with a Death Ward actually does get some vision onto Pycat. It might be enough. Time-lapse back. Nope.
It was not enough.
X-Nova dies, and they're just going to go on to the Naga Siren. She's silenced, but it's Somnus. He's here with a big Starstorm. Gets the kill on PPD. Now wants to chase down 33, who's just running into enemy territory. Makes the escape for his team. Cancels the TP as the arrow would have connected.
He didn't go for the flight plane to the trees. I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, a little greedy.
And now what?
The courier? Oh.
I mean, they're going to find him.
Yeah, they scouted him, and he's dead. Well, that was interesting, but does make some space. He survives definitely longer than he should have in the enemy base in 15 minutes. Now Chrono mid lane. Ame sets it up onto CC&C. Maybe he's there with the arrow, and it's another kill on the Storm Spirit. So good stuff for PSG, and Ame makes a good rotation. You're talking about that first Chrono. It comes in big.
Yeah.
Definitely something Weaver can get away with. Here's the fight, though. PPD, the one initiated on. Cast, not going to find any bounces. Naga silenced, but Peter Pan Dan brought down. Now on the backside, Chronosphere catches CC. Will there be enough follow-up, though? The arrow is there. The Split Earth, not enough to keep him alive. Song of the Siren looking for more, and they'll find Pycat. Meteor Hammer, they mistimed that one. It's a little bit unfortunate, but the cast, it connects on 2. Time lapse still comes out. X-Nova getting low, but it looks like Night Stalker is going to get locked down. Ame and X-Nova have been killed. Optic are actually turning this. Zai with plenty of damage. Chalice gets destroyed, and this support turned core Lesh secures them a team fight 2 for 4 after losing their Storm inside the Chrono. It's actually 2 for 3. Down comes the Sentry. Arrow almost connects, but forces the BKB out of Pycat. PPD now gets killed. Pycat with a time lapse, still some charges. Zai joining the party. Pretty good damage. They might get this kill on the Witch Doctor, but where else is it going to go? Now BKB popped by Somnus. He was disarmed there. There's the time lapse on the Weaver. Pycat gets picked back up.
Now it's daytime too, though. They have to force
flip by the arrow. It's going to be a dead Weaver. Beyond godlike for Maybe on this Priestess of the Moon. Now the Exodus gets thwarted by that ensnare. Zai left behind and out of resources. Optic tossing this lead away, and now it's LGD in control.
That just feels like such a greedy play to attempt that fight without your Storm Spirit.
Yep, like really did.
He's so clutch here.
There's the buyback. They are going to catch a jump onto the Brewmaster without the split or the BKB. They know he's a pretty easy target, and they will bring him down.
Timing.
That's so perfect. They know exactly when he's up. But FY does still have a Song of the Siren. Not a free fight for Optic yet. Song sets it up. Zai just wasting all that mana. Arrow does connect on the Ogre. They turn it off just in time. Zai gets brought down first. Nothing PPD can do. There will be the buyback now coming out of the left.
Goes in and he gets Chrono.
It's a perfect Chrono from Ame. That's all they needed. Buyback, though, from the Weaver. Not going to time lapse back in. Instead, it's 33 hit by the Meteor Hammer, and he will be brought down. Now he'll burn the buyback. They really want to contest this Roche, and with the chrono down, they feel like there could be an opening to do it, but this is so costly from Optic. That's 4 buybacks used now.
Song is up, however, and FY's doing his cheeky plays. Are they illusions or are they real? Oh, it's real. Surprise. All right, let's see the toggles here.
Arrow on the way. Instead, they just hit the arrow. Ame pops the BKB. They bring down the Weaver. It's a dieback now for PyCat. Roche still standing with plenty of HP. CCNC pops the BKB button. Snare locks him down. He falls next. 2 cores down on the side of Optic. They split their ways. Zai getting chased down to the left. And on the right, it's a blue spruce split trying to chase down PPD. Looks like they'll both fall most likely. Xnova stands his ground, uses the stick charges, and it does keep him alive. 4 dead on the side of Optic after that beautiful setup from the Song of the Siren. Ame silenced against 33. He is all alone. Is he actually going to die to the solo Night Stalker? Wow. He will.
Yeah, he knows this one is really on the show.
Big kill, but that does not stop the Roche from PSG. So they get Aegis Cheese, and talking about economic damage, 15K net worth is the favor for our Radiant squad.
Cheeky plays. Are they illusions or are they real? Oh, it's real. Surprise. All right, let's see the toggles here.
Arrow on the way. Instead, they just hit the arrow. Ame pops the BKB. They bring down the Weaver. It's a dieback now for PyCat. Roche still standing with plenty of HP. CCNC pops the BKB button. Snare locks him down. He falls next. 2 cores down on the side of Optic. They split their ways. Zai getting chased down to the left. And on the right, it's a blue spruce split trying to chase down PPD. Looks like they'll both fall most likely. Xnova stands his ground, uses the stick charges, and it does keep him alive. 4 dead on the side of Optic after that beautiful setup from the Song of the Siren. Ame silenced against 33. He is all alone. Is he actually going to die to the solo Night Stalker? Wow. He will.
Yeah, he knows this one is really on the show.
Big kill, but that does not stop the Roche from PSG. So they get Aegis Cheese, and talking about economic damage, 15K net worth is the favor for our Radiant squad.
I think FY forgot about Meteor Hammer.
Why didn't he use it
Well, I know. You can still BKB before, even if it's like the perfect kind of Meteor Hammer. So I think he thought the BKB was probably back up for PyCat, but it wasn't at the time.
Ah, okay.
But the one was there from CCNC. So theoretically, it would have been useless had they both BKB'd. And so, since he is so many levels ahead of us, that's why he didn't do it.
Gotcha.
That
makes sense now. Gotcha. So 3
here
heroes down.
Give him the Meteor Hammer F1.
This is a big push. No buybacks available on Lesh or Weaver. Storm does have one, but obviously holding it for now. Not much he can do by himself. With Void dead, still no options. Meteor Hammer burning it down. Burn, baby, burn. Is the mid lane of Barracks fall on the backside. 33 maybe looking for a backstab.
She's a Baron burner.
Needs to be a little careful here. FY, pump fakes. And now, the escape. Sentry Ward comes down to counteract the Moonlight Shadow.
Right now.
CCNC needs to be careful here. The split could be devastating. Song of the Siren is also back trend. It's level 3, and this could be the reset that they were waiting for. Weaver comes back down, pops the BKB, but they've got the ensnare. There is a time lapse. PyCat can be able to live, but the BKB is off. They'll continue to pursue, and there's the Song of the Siren. FY.
All right, there it is.
Until the perfect time.
There's the toggles. Right on point.
See you later, PyCat. He's going to be dead, as well as PPD. Now the BKB from CCNC. Again, FY with the perfect times on these ensnares. GG is called after a triple kill for Somnus. A brutal game for Optic Gaming. Of course, later on, Somnus has picked up a double damage ring, so a small bout of luck there, making his mid lane experience just a bit easier and actually staying a step ahead. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Sleep set up onto Zai. Xnova getting some good right clicks in here. Does still have a brain sap. Zai with a nice split earth. It's not going to be enough to stay alive. Meanwhile, CCNC gets the first blood on Somnus.
Got him. Oh, there's the tips. Yeah, lay it up. Thank you, Mr. Carey. Okay.
Remember how that last game went, though. Optic had a pretty good laning phase. They're going to go in onto Somnus. This is the time when you need to pick on this Storm Spirit. Nothing he can do. You need one more. Make it 2. He's sipping the bottle, and Somnus actually lives. They're going to turn it the other way, perhaps. Xnova trying to get the right clicks. And he will kill CCNC. Elsewhere, PPD goes down, but Xnova might still fall to Zai. They're going to try to trade back and forth. But that brain sap up in a couple seconds. Zai knows better of it and will back up. So 2 kills now coming out for PSG.LGD.
CCNC went for this like perfect timing attempt, but he was just a hair too early, looking for that cleave to catch maybe under the tower, because he wasn't going home. He's still there, and now CCNC coming through. He's got to run.
Visibility rune on the Bane. Top lane.
Pretty low, though, on Xnova. He's going to try something on Zai here. Brain Sap, couple right clicks, Nightmare. It's going to be close.
Don't think he's going to have this.
Oh, maybe. He got it.
Zai couldn't fog it. Takes a couple of tower shots, and up top now they get a kill the other way. Chalice falls to PPD. So a lot of action trading up top.
A lot of trades with the tips as well, though. But not able to find that because of the Storm Spirit and the general looseness of the hero. Can't combo up with the X. And in a lot of the best games from, well, they're wrapping around here. I don't want to cut myself off, but...
Well, it looks like this will be initiated upon. Xnova comes in onto the Kunkka. Both does fly through, does not connect with much. Now the hook shot from 33 onto the Bane again, stuck inside of the cogs. Trying to heal himself back up. This time the arrow connects. Xnova will not live, but they get the counter kill on the Clockwork. Nice silence on two from the Drow Ranger, but a nice stun on two from Zai back the other way. Not enough. CC&C going to be the next to fall. It's a 1 for 3, soon to be 4. The Leshrac does get popped. LGD just like that with a big reaction mid.
These early fights are so important, and instantly that gets the PPD. Oh, love it. Nice draft. I don't know. But
they are giving a lot of space to PyCat. I think that is the one opportunity cost of LGD's plays. And that is going to happen. The PL is going to find some space to farm. It's something they need to be wary of. Absolutely. Pressure on this mid tier 1 tower. Arrow from Chalice off the mark, but set up on the PPD perhaps. Both Torrent going to fly in. Does not connect on any dire heroes. Instead, it's a Fiend's Grip onto the Undying. PPD will go down.
They were set for LGD, so perhaps just deciding it wasn't going to be worth it for such a long cooldown right now. Is the hook shot there on Xnova. Easy arrow coming through, though, to defend him. And I think
see you later. Survived a little longer than planned. The Crimson Guard's pretty darn good. He still falls, but they get Chalice in return. Fiend's Grip over on PyCat. Xnova's going to get left behind. He'll get brought down, and it does end as a favorable trade for Optic.
Yeah, on mid lane, these two are just kind of duking it out. So they'll go their separate ways, though. And that's kind of the thing that would like slow you down on a dying, you know what I mean?
Yep, well, we'll hold that thought, though, for a moment as CC&C goes in for an initiation, but it might go back the other way. Hook shot from 33, but an instant gust. It just feels like they don't have any damage to turn this around. On the backside, they find one, and it's the big boy. It's PyCat, the kill they really wanted. And they get more. Zip across. Somnus wants to go in on 33. The arrow connects. Zai doing what he can, but it's going to be 3 down. Make it 4. Soon to be 5. A full 5-man wipe goes the way of PSG.LGD. Right into the Roche pit we go.
Man, that was not even a fight.
I know.
It
just looked like 5 solo pickoffs.
Yeah, it was completely picked apart there.
I mean, PyCat did 0 damage. He was full to 0, Fiend's Grip dead.
And you have the song breaking up part of the fight. And you get that in time with your HP background, that's always great.
Somnus goes in. CC&C, they force out the BKB.
He's out of mana on Somnus.
They're actually going to commit to this fight. Somnus in a lot of trouble. Defensive Nightmare buys him a little bit of time, perhaps, trying to zip back. CC&C still alive, but he lives. Beautiful song of the Siren. FY living up to that reputation as they use the Potom ult and head back to safety.
How does he live?
Until the bitter end, the buyback from the PL. A couple of respawns on the way. There will be a hook shot from the Clockwork, so maybe, just maybe, they can break this up. But an instant silence from Ame. He's in the back line doing so much damage. The Radiant in big trouble. They're going to lose the PL. They lose the Undying, and that's it. GG. The series goes 2-0 to PSG.LGD.
Yeah, that is going to be lights out for Optic. There's their hopes in this one. Very nice. Another enthused practice room.
Well, a tough game, a tough series really for Optic, but game 2, it felt like LGD were almost toying with them.